and she'll tease you. She'll tease you. All the better just to please you.
I seriously didn't think this Jojo Siwa cringe fest could get any worse, but somehow it has. Her new song cover is getting cooked more than what I've ever seen before. She's really bitten off more than what she can chew. Her new boyfriend Chris Hughes is being as cringe as ever. And the promotion of a new tour is as bad as you expect. Jojo is really a ticking time bomb of ear destruction. So hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Jake Baz, and I mean, what else to say about this skid mark of a social media creator? Jojo the past few weeks just kept chugging along, and every time she's getting embarrassed. Since leaving the Big Brother house whilst also cheating on her girlfriend for weeks on national TV, just to mention, her attempts to rebrand, make herself funny and interesting but mainly marketable, has been totally failing. And Bette Davis' Eyes has garnered literally the worst reaction to her music that I've ever seen, making Karma seem like a magnum opus. And that's where we're going first, so if you enjoy the video at any point, please do hit the like button and subscribe. I'd love to have you back, and don't worry, we're going to get through this together. So the past couple of weeks I've had a really bad illness, and I've been away and out of all of this, and it's been a bliss, because coming back to see all of this, it really is a head scratcher. As since leaving the Big Brother house and really just changing up her entire personality, it looks like she's going through another rebrand again after, you know, cheating a million times on TV. Yeah, to be honest, if I did that, I'd probably rebrand as well. But she's changed her entire style for this Bette Davis Eyes music video. And unfortunately, I can't show you the actual video because I will instantly get demonetized, because she loves to do that, Jojo Siwa. Even like 1 second, she's been in scandals before. Totally normal way to deal with people that disagree with you. Just try and wipe them off the face of the earth. But for this new music, she's promoting a new look, which really is just 1950s housewife, no other way you look at it. Now, this is literally a cover of Bette Davis Eyes, which is a massive song that's been in so many movies, films, everything. It's been all around. It's a very popular song, and Jojo Siwa manages to obviously just totally ruin it. And the entire style of this is all around being and looking like Bette Davis in whatever form she can, which is like obviously traditional sort of American look to her, also known as the 1950s housewife, which is a better term for it really, because I don't see any other way that she's trying to present herself apart from that. And it's a little bit shameless, a little bit sad, and I do think it is a pure intention to try and get a little bit of rage bait, which really did work, because she got totally cooked across the entire internet for it. Because honestly, I think the people taking the piss out of her as well made better impressions than her.
All the boys think she's a spy. She got Bette Davis Eyes.
Honestly, if you go to watch Jojo's actual one, I think that is a better rendition. I don't know what it is in it. She's just so raspy and off cult. It just sounds so wrong. It's like she went in, smoked 40 cigarettes, and then produced this. Now, that video cooking it is one of hundreds, literally hundreds of them. That one had 1 million likes on it, and there's one that I've seen as well that had nearly 5 million likes, which is just mental. It must be a little bit disheartening to her, because she's just generationally getting cooked for this. But what I did find embarrassing from her is that she did actually come out around this, and she tried to make a joke and a laugh out of it, which I've seen that she's done before, like with the likes of Karma and everything else. It's like she'll react to the most sanitized and jokey one of all of them, but then just ignore the rest of them because they're actually proper digging into her.
No, it's just funny. Taste to make it a police. All the boys think she's a spice you got.
I really do feel like I can see the pain in her eyes as she's doing this. Like, yes, she's trying to play it off, but it's intentional that she's going to try and do that, because obviously it's only going to bring more people around it. And it's like, I thought she did bad enough with Karma. I didn't think that she dropped something that would get clowned on so much compared to that.
Think she's a spice you got. Bette Davis Eyes.
And it comes across like she's making a joke and a laugh out of it, but she actually really just wants it to be something that can market her further, and that's obvious from seeing this getting 6 million views. But I just hate the idea of there are so many YouTubers, TikTokers, everything that really should just stay in their own lane, should be TikToker or a YouTuber, let's not touch that music thing. I think that's for the musicians. And yeah, Jojo's been doing singing of some form her entire life, but can you really tell with everything around it? From this, in this video specifically, I did notice quite a lot of support from her, saying things like, oh, why are people just having a go at her? And then also she's laughing away to the bank, but at what cost? Because she's perforated my eardrums. But I don't understand why people say this sort of stuff when she is not a good person. There is no redeemable characteristics there. Maybe people just have bought into the marketing, but when you see, like, for example, going into the past, all of the stuff around the Rolling Stones article where she was seen as this sort of narcissist that would mistreat everyone, including her parents cutting out multiple $1 million of money all for her. And then even literally in the past 2 months, she's been on a show and then cheated on her missus for literally 3 weeks and then comes back and dumps her. I think they can call us haters all they want. I know that they're just enjoying their lives and that we should all just sit back and just let it happen, but it's terrible. So I'm gonna look at it, and I think everyone else should too. But the most baffling thing to me around all of this saga is that, well, actually, this song, Bette Davis Eyes, it charted in the UK, and not only that, it did the best that it has done out of anything. Which makes me think, yeah, maybe you can just do what you want to do and throw shit at a wall and something will stick eventually.
Okay, I'm at the studio training right now, but I just got the wind that Bette Davis Eyes is on the radio in the UK I'm gonna probably say this wrong, the EE Top 40, it's in the 30s. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jojo. It is a slightly little bit crazy because that is just baffling that something like that can get so high. I think music is dead at this point. What happened to the talent? Where's all the talent gone? Why have we got the worst pop songs going to the top every single week? Why is she here? She sounds like an ex-smoker of 40 years in the song, and somehow it gets number 18. So yeah, it is crazy.
Thank you so much. I think this is my first song that covered anything to ever be on that chart and to ever be on the radio, which is wild. So I just want to say thank you for streaming, and thank you to the lovely humans over in the UK.
Oh, in the UK, I knew since day one, I said it in my videos, that when she comes out of Big Brother, it is just going to be a massive marketing ploy. And well, she's got Chris Hughes, which we're going to go on about as well, that just adds that a little bit further. How is it charting though? Well, maybe it's just the shock factor. Maybe everyone was looking at it and it went mental purely because of that. It is just scary. Because I can guarantee you there will be about 10 people on Earth that are going to be playing that more than once and not trying to rip their eardrums out.
So cool to think about. I've probably been dancing to Bette Davis. I've been turning to it. I just want to send love and say thank you, and it means the world. Thank you.
Only you, Jojo, would say thank you about this and then mention that you've just been sat dancing to yourself. Like, that is the most narcissistic thing I have heard. Listening to your own music again and again and again and just dancing to it. But I wonder if she'll play it on tour, because it will really light up the room. By light up, I mean everyone's going to get the camera out and, film it, because, I mean, it's going to be one to remember. But it is baffling to me, and she is right. It's not just on this one iHeartRadio chart. It's literally the actual charts in the UK. She has ended up nearly in the top 10, which, what? Like, as you can see here on the official charts, she has ended up with a peak position at 18. And that's for this week as well. That's for the latest week. So she released this a couple of weeks ago, and it's only skyrocketed from there. And what is going on in the world? Like, what problems do we have that we want to try and solve it with Bette Davis? Especially though with the size and the amount of people that actually did get on with Karma and saw that as yet another banger from her, which it was like, why have you done this? And this is so totally different to your previous stuff. You'd have thought that that would have charted, but it didn't. And now it's only happening in the UK, I presume because of Celebrity Big Brother and all of the fallout that came from that. And just one more cringe, please. The most accurate thing that I did see is that she sounds like this chocolate woman from SpongeBob. SpongeBob, which when you're being compared to someone who is literally over 100 years old in the actual, like, thing, that is just hilarious. But it must be for her, like, really worrying because she's had this massive single, which is clearly very talented, right, guys? And how is she going to come back from that? And how is she going to go further and deeper? The original video that did post and reveal her new style and fit ended up getting 34 million views as of this point, and in the comments, it really is just everything of what you expect from this quality single. Whoever Bette Davis is, I'm sorry she offended you, because yeah, let's be real, I feel sorry for Bette Davis that she had to go through all her life without actually hearing this, because it would be a pivotal moment for her. Playing this at my funeral so everyone's jealous I'm in a casket. Honestly, if I end up passing on air something like this, I'm getting out the coffin, I'm lifting up, and I'm turning that stuff off. Someone said that she sounds like Sprite, which actually is a really, really good one, because she does. She sounds like TV static. It's just raspy, proper fizzy, and it sounds brilliant. And then also someone asking, is it an anti-smoking campaign? But there's hundreds, there's thousands. It's brilliant. It's just amazing that everything else as well that's followed the exact same things have come, because it really is just bad. But mainly as well, it's really baffling for me to see her like she is now compared to what she was like literally a year ago. Because it seems within 1 year, she's done yet another rebrand that has ended up with her going, you know, brilliant, because now she's this 1950s housewife as opposed to a raging homosexual. We saw her when she originally posted Karma. She came out as a lesbian and the king of gay pop, missing the minor detail fact that she actually did say that she was bisexual at that point, but then she also said she was a lesbian, but then she doesn't like the lesbian term. There's a lot of different ways to look at it. She ditched all of the stereotypical like girly pretty things to then become some sort of like bad bitch. That's what she really wanted to be, with like the bunnies on, everything like that. And it was intentional. It was her expressing herself to say that, well, she's come out as gay and she wants to reinvent herself, and very good to her if she wanted to do that. But a lot of people who are LGBT aren't fans of her now because, well, what she did is she went against what she was saying. She contradicted herself multiple times, and then she ended up going with a lad, which, once again, like I said, she was bisexual, so that'd be fine apart from the cheating. She was never hiding it. She never said anything wrong about it. And there's just something weird of her seeing that once she gets into a relationship with Chris Hughes, this man, she drops all the pride flags from her bio and then she changes it up. Like, that's the baffling thing for me. It makes me think to a certain extent she was using that as some sort of platform to then benefit herself, as opposed to actually caring about, for example, LGBTQ plus rights. Because going on for months and months about how you are the queen of gay pop and how you are such a lesbian and you would never spit on that thing, as she said in the Hawk Tour podcast, which you'll have to believe me, that was horrible.
Yeah, I've never touched a dick. I've never sucked a man. I've never hawked to wood.
You're not missing much.
Never had to.
Monsters.
To then be just over a year later in a 1950s vintage sort of vibe singing this song, which is also, by the way, referencing a time when homosexuality of any form was not allowed and was actually punishable in criminal law. With you then dropping your bio and also the way that you actually speak about these things, it came across as really weird, and it seems like she might be trying to pivot and rebrand into something that is more adult but also a little bit more girly again. But is that because of her boyfriend? Maybe this whole Bette Davis stuff is just like a facade and she will move on and it's just a one-off single, but the optics of it doesn't seem right. And I also think that it does show really Jojo's true character in that she's doing everything for a marketing stunt, and potentially even when that includes certain flags in your bio. But I will also preface that by saying that yes, she definitely was gay. To what extent she knows, she didn't really know herself. herself. She didn't want to put a label on it, but then she kept putting labels on it. She never understood herself, and I get that, but just be true to yourself. And don't come out saying that you're a lesbian a million times and then change it up when you have one good experience with a man, because that ends up pissing off literally everyone in the LGBT space. But do you know what I love more than this song? This terrible relationship. Because yeah, since Big Brother, Jojo has been in a relationship with Chris Hughes, and it seems to be going really well, maybe way too well, because that's what it looks like on social media. Has anyone noticed that the more times that couples post on social media, it turns out the worse they're having off it? But I hope it stays together, and I hope it was worth cheating on your girlfriend at the time over the course of 3 weeks and in front of millions of people. But one thing I've known for a while about him is that Chris Hughes is definitely cringe, especially around Jojo, and this might be the worst thing I've ever heard.
Calls my balls Jimmy and Timmy, so that is that she must like Jimmy and Timmy. So she kind of like, she must love like the rhyming lingo. Right,
we're done. I think I might wrap this video up now. Oh my god. Who wants to know that? Why do people want to know that? Why have you decided to put that in an interview? Why would you think that's a good thing to put in an interview? That's so many questions. This is the sort of you could be like waterboarding me with, and I still wouldn't get it out of me. She calls them Jimmy and Timmy. She calls my left bollock Jimmy and my right bollock Timmy, and it's really cute, isn't it? Yeah, she's laughing about it. Yeah, it's really cute. To be honest, mate, I don't want to know what your bollocks are called by anyone. I really don't think that's necessary. I just can't believe you woke up one day and thought that this is a good thing to put into an interview.
I don't sit there, and I know that Joel doesn't sit there and go, God, how is it going to work? How are we making this work? It just works. And I think when things are meant to happen, I think everything becomes effortless. I don't think we've spent more than 2 weeks apart since we came out of the Big Brother house. We haven't had like a 2-week cycle.
Yeah, I imagine it was effortless to like gaslight her into cheating on her girlfriend on national TV. That seems really effortless. Well, it seemed like it to her, actually. She just went and did it. I don't know why people just gloss over this and just let it happen now and just think that it's not a problem at all. I've seen so many people, especially as well in the comments of these videos, talking about how I should just get over it or that it doesn't matter, like you would like that to happen to you. Like Kathleen Ebbs had their relationship all on show, and then it just got decimated on this live show with 2 million plus people watching. Like, that is inescapably bad. But I'm glad at least they're having a good one too, which then goes on to marriage, because they keep mentioning marriage even though it's been like 3 months, which is a typical Jojo Siwa thing to do.
I don't think of timelines. I'm so old-fashioned, right? Deep down, I'm like an old-fashioned softie, right? Like back in the day, people would get married just when it feels right, and there's no time scale. And I don't think you should ever listen to the outside influence, and you should always do things that feel right. But no, do you know what? Just for now, we are so very happy.
We're just happy. That's why we're not going to get married right now. But, I mean, when it happens, it happens. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Don't look at any other influencer, especially if you get cheated on by Jojo. Because, I mean, if it's right, innit? He just comes across as cringe and like it's his first ever relationship. But when you really dig into it, well, not dig into it, you just have a look at it. You're like, well, he's 33 and she's 22. So why does this feel like the first relationship that I've ever seen? It's like you've just realised how to have an experience with someone else that is positive, so then you start naming the balls. It's just baffling. But then also, if he's an old-fashioned man, maybe that's why she's done the old-fashioned stuff, because that's what she wants to be perceived as in Chris's eyes. I don't know, he's just a proper wet wipe. And what a lot of people have been doing and saying around this, especially in the comments of every TikTok, is that this is a Lavender relationship. And that relationship is when one or both partners are LGBTQ and their relationship is primarily for social or practical reasons, not romantic or sexual. And there's one big flaw there. Teddy and Eddie, the bollocks, they really do know that this is a real relationship. But when you think about it, well, maybe they're saying that to throw the scent off. This canon does make sense a little bit when you look at it purely on the stance of, well, Jojo has said so many times before that she is lesbian, and she's primarily only lesbian as well as being bisexual, and then also Chris is a little bit on the camp side. But like, am I the only one here that feels like it's a bit, it's a bit homophobic? Because the way you act doesn't really represent at all your sexual preference, so I don't really understand this narrative, apart from it being a joke, unless it's on Chris's side, because Chris really does strike me as someone who is using this as an opportunistic point. But to be honest, whether he's gay or not, that doesn't matter in this aspect. I'm just saying in that he is doing this relationship as not an actual relationship, but something that will grow and bring his brand further. And I mean, Jojo's just stuck into that. I thought this since the start, really, that this would be something that people would just talk about, so maybe they got together on that front. But it looks like, at least on social media, with all the cringe posts that they're doing, that it's a little bit too much for it to just be, fake and for the attention. I'm sure Jojo does still identify herself as that, but I think she's just in a relationship that she's enjoying. And I don't think that at this point, really, that they are both doing it just for attention, although all of the marketing and all of the posts are all for attention and for notoriety. Maybe Chris might just stick around for a couple of months and then run off, but I guess we'll never know until it happens. And it's also not like Jojo's concealing anything, really, is it, with the Karma stuff and saying that she is the queen of gay pop. But now I guess she's the queen of, 1950s style. In this land of cringe fest, she also posted this: a 2 truths and a lie. I've never smoked a cigarette. I'm pregnant. And then this song comes out on Spotify, talking about the dreaded song that we've all talked about. And, well, is she pregnant? No, of course she's not. Yeah, I can't imagine that she would be at this point, and she's only done it for one thing, and then she's doing a worldwide tour. I don't think she wants to do that pregnant, to be honest. To me, this entire thing is just coming across as, well, 3 lies and 0 truths. Obviously, Jojo's gone on and talked about having kids a lot, and, well, in the last relationship that she was in with Dakayla Wilson, she did say that she was ready to adopt or have her become a surrogate mother, which, once again, one of the most narcissistic things ever. Saying to her partner that you are going to take my egg and impregnate yourself. Like, how insane is that? Well, if I'm carrying it for 9 months, why don't I get to use mine? But I'm almost certain she's not pregnant. There's no way that she is, but obviously she did this for the attention again, and with 90 million views, do you blame her? Although when people do get pregnant, they have cravings, and sometimes them cravings can be bad, such as, craving to dress up as someone from the 1950s. That's not really very good, is it? But the cringiness, like in this interview here, just keeps going on.
Well, you guys look really in love, and you guys look really happy together.
I'm in love. It's fun.
And Chris, you've been talking about marriage and children.
Oh yeah, one day. I can't wait.
Thank goodness.
I'm a proper family man. Do you know what I mean? So one day, yeah, 100%. That's the fairy tale, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you have your princess here, so.
I know, I do.
Your princess.
She is my princess.
Really pulling at the frob strings. This is grim. I get you're having a good relationship. I understand that that's something that you're really enjoying, but maybe don't post it like this. Also, I don't know about you. Do you find it a bit weird that this interview is going on and talking like this around them? It's like they're forcing a baby down the throat. But, like, I mean, fair play to them. They've got a relationship. They've binned off everyone else, including cheating. And they're going on to better pastures, and who can blame them? But her having a kid, if he's a family man, maybe that's all she wants.
Your cover of Bette Davis's Eyes.
Yep.
I thought it was brilliant. I love it.
Mate. I appreciate that. Thank
Will you be doing more covers, or?
That's honestly a phenomenal question. I've been scared of doing covers for about 6 years now, and it's my first one in a long time. I think that song did fit my voice fairly well, the way the original singer sang it, and so I don't know if one falls in my lap the way that one did, I would do it again, but
No, please don't. Please don't. We don't want any more. We don't need any more. That's enough. Put it down and go away. The way she looked at Chris then as well when she said that, maybe it was his after all. Maybe he did bring this entire thing up. Her voice definitely didn't fit Bette Davis. It definitely didn't. But obviously she's one of the people that thinks that everything revolves around her. So I imagine that she just thought that, well, it's me. So obviously it is gonna be good. But even when you think the cringe stops, it only gets worse. Like here with this weird fruit bowl.
I thought it was a trash bowl. No. That's incredible.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks like something you pay for. Like for a company to like do it. I'm with a cherry.
Gentle.
Oh, cherry me.
That's okay.
Oh my, that is incredible.
Are you sure that's incredible? You had a cherry and said it's incredible. Like, maybe he is just the type that is like a young child where like everything that he has is the best thing in the world because it's brand new to him. But like, it's just a snack board. Like, what? Why is it the best thing that's ever been given? Maybe he's just not had a good relationship. I mean, he's 33, so he's had quite a few, so I'd find that a little bit hard, but I'll let him have it.
You take one with the flash on.
What else needs to be evened out, like? There you go.
That's incredible.
Gorgeous.
I guess with these two, as long as you can make something an Instagram moment, that's about all you need. They're just so cringe, and I don't know, I'm happy that for him if they want to be happy, and I see why a lot of people don't have problems with this despite the cheating. Apart from that, it's just so first relationship that I just don't know how to take it. But with everything, Jojo Siwa just epitomizes cringe, such as here, where there's just yet another example of her trying to take a joke, but it just backfires.
This is me auditioning to play Jojo Siwa in the biopic of Jojo Siwa. I did forget how the song starts.
I unfortunately, in that sequence of events, actually missed the joke. But I'll tell you what is a joke. The way that Jojo Siwa, her only way of making something comedic about herself is to then play herself in some other character. She's done this multiple times.
And she'll tease you. She'll tease you. All the better just to please you.
The main problem with what I see here is that, well, that's exactly what she sounds like in her latest song. Like, that is not an exaggeration. What she's trying to do is she's trying to make a joke and trying to say that, well, this is what I'm going to sound like. But then it's a meme of herself, but this isn't a meme. This is literally how she sounds in her videos, minus the auto-tune. And I get that she's trying to make a joke out of the way that she sings or whatever, but she's admitted there that she's a bad singer, clearly. Either that or she's just admitting that she's got a crippling cigarette addiction.
Think she's a spy. Got Bette Davis.
Still got no clue or understanding of rhyme or rhythm or anything of how she actually thinks she sounds good in that song despite that. Also, I cut that up massively. That was the longest 50 seconds of my life. But like, she's admitting there that she sounds raspy, and yeah, she does. She said before she's got a bit of a problem with one of her vocal cords, but it is what it sounds like. And whether or not she thinks she's making a joke out of it and she's pissing herself with it, that is the song. And I think secretly down there she knows that. Jojo's always doing stuff to try and get attention and fame, and the reason why she does it is not necessarily because she wants that attention or fame. Maybe she does want the attention, but the main thing that she wants is the money that is going into the back of her pocket. And one of the newest instances of that, because she's had across so many years, she has been the money pit for everyone. I saw a couple of weeks ago in my local store, which is like tiny, a Jojo Siwa makeup kit for £4, which I nearly bought, and I really should have, shouldn't have to put it up there. But any way that she can, she will try and get money, and I don't get it when she is such a, at this point, I should imagine, a multi-millionaire with all of the TV deals, all of the stuff that she did with XOMG Pop, everything. But I guess it's this new sort of like sleaze with a lot of people, including her, where they just want more and more and more, because I imagine good money equals gooder money. But she posted this mood because TikTok added a new community feature. Sub to my community on TikTok for never before seen videos and special group chat and more. Which when you read it and look into it, it seems like another one of them Jojo Siwa scams where you pay her for nothing. So it's $10 a month or or £8.09 in the UK. But it's alright everyone, we get 10% off, so we can just do it. This includes sub-only videos, including 16 videos, which are 16 short-form videos, may I add. Like what, I spend £9 for like 2 minutes of footage. That sounds great. A sub-only space with 29 topics, a sub-only live, 4 sessions this month, and a subscriber note. Now, the sub-only live seems okay there. That seems like a pretty good thing that you can do for that sort of money. But I don't really get the value proposition, because what can you really gain from doing this? Like, it's an echo chamber. You get to go in the echo chambers and then you get to watch her do something on a live. It doesn't say how long the lives are. They could be for 10 minutes. Also, with a wait, so cool that this is now a TikTok feature. Join community if you've never seen before. Content, videos, chats, Q&As, and more. Like, yeah, oh my god, it's so cool that you can now pay for my free content. Please go and do that more. It's not like on YouTube, where I do think subscriber-only stuff makes sense with that, because you can post very specific stuff, which would then end up being more specialized and stuff that wouldn't do well at all on YouTube, full stop. But then with this, it just seems pointless, because it's short form. There's no point and there's no effort to it as well. You then also get sub-only live chats, which is just a TikTok, right? Surely it's just a TikTok live stream. Like, obviously, if it's a TikTok only live stream for subs, like, obviously that's going to be there. What? Why is that a thing? Sub-only videos, which it's already said for some reason, with a rare sticker. So you're getting the good stuff because TikTok has put rare on it. Direct messages, comment responses, live shout-outs, live topics, and behind-the-scenes videos. Like, let's be honest, you're not getting a direct message from Jojo Siwa. When she did a tour that ended up getting postponed, she was doing $1,000 tickets, right? $1,000, and the cheapest for the VIP section, so you could go and meet her, was an extra $300 on top of that. So I very much doubt that she will be going with these 1,800 subscribers that she's got and messaging every single one and being able to even keep up any form of conversation, yet alone actually messaging them in the first place. But don't worry everyone, you get the badge and you get subscriber content for stuff. Obviously this is more on TikTok's part than Jojo, but it just seems like another scam. It just seems like something that you get no sort of value for. And you pay money for it. And like, a lot of people who will be doing this will be younger people that are easily influenced by someone like her. You're not gonna get direct messages from her, and I imagine that would be the main thing for that when she's such a big amazing star. Either that or a live stream where you could do the exact same thing in a chat, but I still don't think that that is going to be something that's worth it. I do just bring this up to show like the ways that Jojo Siwa will try and diversify her money, which is a good thing for a lot of people, but putting it in a way when you already have so much money yourself, like you're doing a sellout tour, you're doing multiple sellout tours, you don't need this extra £8 a month from 1,800 people. It just seems really greedy, especially when a lot of this stuff is stuff that you could just put out in public anywhere that would take you no time at all, and you still get the benefits from it from everyone, as well as more people seeing it. It's an easy money grab, it's a good money grab for her, and she's gonna be living it up with it. I just find it a bit grim, especially when you do the numbers on that amount of subscribers, 1,800, she is getting over $15,000 a month just from this thing, which has 16 private videos, which I imagine are like 20-second clips, exactly like on her live streams and her normal stuff anyway. Like, I don't see any sort of benefit, and it seems a bit scandalous. What also is a bit scandalous, or not necessarily, but more just hypocritical from Jojo, is the way that she keeps involving children in the stuff that she does. Not from a literal standpoint, but from the way that she's brought the entirety of Karma up with her. As you can see here, she's teaching some kids how to dance and do stuff in this sort of studio setting, which I think is a genuinely good thing, and I think it's something that a lot of kids will get a lot out of, so I do think that this is a benefit. But the problem that I do find with it is that it is against what she was doing before. She made herself into this adult creator. She explicitly stated that that is all she wants to be from now on, so you can either get on with it and you are an adult, or please don't be involved with me. But then she's still trying to present to herself as a star by having these kids around her to do these sort of studio sessions. There has been multiple instances of this now, and well, like I said, I don't think that's a problem. at the face of it, but it's also, why are you still presenting yourself as that child star person when you explicitly don't want that in your music? Surely you doing that is going to bring a lot of children to go Google you, and then they'll find exactly everything about you as you are this adult star, as you state you are. I think personally she just needs to pick a side from this, because what does she want to be? Does she want this child entertainer lifestyle of what she's doing previous to this, or does she want this adult star? And I don't think she knows, and I think that's why she's stuck in this whole rebrand situation now, where she's now imitating a 1950s housewife sort of era that looks like a certain person from the past. A little bit old-fashioned, as Chris said that he really enjoys and likes. She's got a new tour coming up, and you know what? If you lot give me 3,000 likes, I will go and pay money for that tour, and I'll tell you all about it, and I'll show you all about it. Because I'm telling you, I would not enjoy 4 hours of Jojo Siwa. But she is coming to the city that I live in, so I really am screwed. But honestly, yeah, I don't think she knows what she wants to do. Does she want to be this somewhat in between, doing these covers, that sort of thing? Does she want to be more of an edge of what she previously was, the edginess? Or does she just want to sit back and just do whatever I want and say whatever she wants, and then everyone will just lap it up? I think that might be what she wants. But tell me what you lot think. If you enjoyed the video at any point, please hit the like button and sub as usual. I hope you enjoyed once again, and I'll see you later. I've been Jitbaz. Take care.